She'll speak once, then walk away. Truth in her voice, receipts on deck. Say her name wrong, you best come correct. Hattie Black, yeah, yeah. She the queen of the facts. Hattie Black, ain't no lies in that. Hattie Black, she the queen of the facts. Hattie Black, ain't no lies in that.
Came up out of New Orleans, swamp thick with the game. Grew up seeing real ones, learned to got a name. Moved to Houston, then up north to stack the cash. 6-figure queen with a hustler stash. She ain't bout no drama, but she handle it quick. Address it once, facts heavy, make it stick. You can talk online, she don't trip or weep, but her words hit hard, I'll do in your sleep. Tap, tap, tap. Them acrylics on the wood, when you hear that sound, you know shit ain't good. She cook real meals, fly crab from the south. Money so long, she don't need no clout.
Hattie Black, yeah, she don't play. She'll speak once, then walk away. Truth in her voice, receipts on deck. Say her name wrong, you best come correct. Hattie Black.
Yeah, she from the voodoo land.
Hattie Black.
Yeah, she from the voodoo land.
Hattie Black.
Yeah, she from the voodoo land.
Hattie Black. Ain't no lies in that.
Strong, opinionated, mind so sleek. Got them corporate numbers, hitting every week. Brains and beauty, educated tone. Words so sharp, they'll cut to the bone. Calm, cool, collected to the lies start spilling. When she step in the ring, whole crowd start chilling. Family first, sisters ride too. Say the wrong thing, they coming for you. Concealing lights, yeah, she roll for fun. Heels done, nails done, money on run. Her voice like thunder, presence like flame. She don't chase fame, but they all know her name.
Don't lie on her name, nah. True cuts deep, feel that flame. She a queen, never tame. From the storm to the bank, she changed the game. Hattie Black.
Yeah, she from the voodoo land.
Hattie Black.
Yeah, she from the voodoo land.
Hattie Black.
Yeah, she from the voodoo land.
Hattie Black. Ain't no lies in that. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Next time you hear them nails tapping, oh, yeah, you better run that truth, not tales. From New Orleans to the north, she's still that same Hattie Black. Don't ever forget it. Hattie Black.
Oh my goodness. Hello. Whoo. Hi, good evening. Bliss, I love the intro. Amber did that intro for me. I just need a video to go with it. I love that song. I asked Amber to write me a song, and she goes, "Well, what do you want me to put in it?" I said, "Shit, you know me." I said, "Write the song." And when she wrote it, there was no tweaking, there was no nothing. When I heard it, I was like, that's it. So Amber wrote that for me, and I love it. Good afternoon. It is 83 here, and it feels like the breeze is blowing. There's fires burning. So I've been in and out, and it's just horrible out there. But I am here. I have my gummy bears sitting next. I ran out of gummy bears. I have this thing for gummy bears now. That's all I want to eat are gummy bears. So I just want to add my I just need to speak on some shit right quick. We saw the meltdown with Kendra. But before I get to Kendra, Jen, darling, sweetie, I am so sick of hearing about how I modded for you. I didn't mod for you in 2023. I modded for you in 2025. And I probably modded for like 4 months. I'm going to say 4 months. And then I saw you weren't going to change. So let's just get that correct. Also, we were never going to meet up in Vegas. Stop saying that. I don't know what your comprehension level is with your 2 degrees in communications with no with no high school diploma. But here is the conversation. We were on the phone talking with Dorit. You said you and Clint wanted to go to Vegas for your birthday. I said, well, if I'm there, I can get you a room because I have free rooms in Vegas. That was what I said to you. Not that we're going to meet up, not that we're going to hang out. No, we were never going to hang out and meet up. Well, let me take that back. I would have to be there to sign for the room. So, yes, I would have met up with you in order to sign. Put your credit card down. I'm getting you a free room, but you're going to put your security down. I'm not doing it because I don't know what the two of you might be doing in a hotel room in Vegas. So that was the conversation. Okay. Stop telling people that. I would never, ever, 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 ever meet up and hang out. Well, hang out with you. Ever, 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 ever hang out with you. Okay, so no, we were never going to meet up. We weren't going to hang out. I was going to have to meet you to sign for the room. Yes. So stop telling people that. Okay, stop saying it, and stop telling people that I said I was going to whip your ass because right about now I really want to. I said you were going to see me. So stop with the bullshit. Cut it out. And I don't care how many times people have to tell you no one is speaking on your kids. Well, they're speaking about your parenting, but for some reason, you cannot split the two things apart. But let's get to Kendra. Yesterday, Kendra, yet again, you made a complete fool of your damn self. A complete fucking fool of yourself. I can hear that you were hurt. I heard it in your voice. But the issue is, it's not with Virgie. I'm in chats with Virgie. I laugh at everything they say about you. I write some of the meanest comments about you, but I don't lie about you. I say you're a homophobic, and you are. And also, I'm waiting to hear the outrage, because when she called Jindy a dyke, I said that was totally fucked up. But then I'm listening to George the other night, and I don't know, someone in Maria's chat said that George wanted to be a woman. There was nothing ever said about George wanting to be a woman. George doesn't carry himself as a woman. He doesn't act like a woman. And the last time I checked, I swore George said he was a top. So he's not a bottom. Just because he's gay, that doesn't mean he wants to be a woman. So that is homophobic as well. I don't care if you don't like the person. Some of the shit that comes out of people's mouths are disgusting. Nowhere did George ever say he wanted to be a woman. The fuck? Hi, Bless. Hi, everybody. I'm sorry. I am so sorry. I didn't go down the list. I'm so sorry. Hi, everybody. I see you. I see you. I see you. I see you. So I listened to KK again this morning. I caught her live again. Well, I was in and out of her live that she did today, but the live she did yesterday, I replayed it and I heard it. Then I went over to look at Brooks to see if I was missing anything, but I watched that replay when Virgie and Kendra got into it. And Kendra started that in that chat. Okay. I did see people telling Virgie to leave Kendra alone. Kendra always goes into a chat. She comes into George's chat with the same bullshit. And whenever she puts something that's not right, I take it right on out of the chat. I just remove it. But she comes in there with the bullshit. The other day, she comes in the chat under BS Exposed, okay? Then she goes, I'm dropping out the bushes to say whatever. Then she goes, well, back to the bushes. As soon as she leaves, Yeti Cooler comes in. Jen says she's Yeti Cooler, but yet Yeti Cooler was typing all in her chat and her hands are all in the air. Get the fuck out of here with the bullshit. And then when I heard her say that, I never said that I went to the doctors for a panic attack. I said I was in the doctor's office. So that alone said that you were Julie Jones. Because when Julie Jones went in the chat and said that Kendra was in the hospital due to a panic attack, who in the fuck is Julie Jones? And how would Julie Jones know that you, Kendra, was in the hospital or was at the doctor's office and having a panic attack? And if opening up YouTube, and let me tell you right now, if you hit do not recommend channel, I'll be damned if I get any notifications for any channels that I hit do not recommend on. So I don't know where you got that one from. Okay. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but when I hit do not recommend channel, I don't get any of those recommendations from that channel. So maybe it's something on your end that you open up YouTube and boom, there it was. And you just had a panic attack. You were dead wrong for what you did to Virgin. And I'm surprised it took Brooke as long as she did to spank your ass. But then she still didn't spank you the way she should have. Because she was a little concerned about your the venom. Well, I'm not even gonna say venom, your meltdown. You cannot regulate your emotions. You don't need to be on YouTube. You can't expect to speak on people and to talk shit on people and say the most racist and homophobic shit and think you're going to get away with it and people are not going to come for you. You're not special, okay? You're not special. And Jen, I'm so sick of hearing about you telling KK that she was just a sub. We were all fucking subs before we started our channels, okay? You couldn't even start your own fucking channel. Yeah, I had to jump on you again. You couldn't even start your own channel. You were doing a merge for 6 fucking months. And then when you started your channel, the plant lady took your shit from you. You still don't know how to operate StreamYard or Restream. So shut the fuck up about you were just a sub. You were just a sub. You were a fucking sub. You were riding on Clint's coattails. Everywhere Tracy went for an interview, you wanted to go interview. You sent Dom Natty topless photos of yourself, and he was so upset. He was like, why the hell is she sending this to me? You were trying to get on Dom Natty's show. He calls. He goes, hey, was she ever on Love After Lockup? I said, no. I said, Clint was. He said, well, why would I interview her? I said, I have no idea. He goes, because she keeps trying to get me to interview her. That was after he interviewed Tracy on IG. You kept trying to get him to interview you. Never happened, did it? No. No, no, no. Then I heard the replay. Yeah, I'm going to get back to Kendra too, but all of this is in my head. I heard the replay that Jamie did when you were at the police station. You sat out there and told these people that your daughter was obese. You told, not these people, the cops, that your son killed his grandma. And it was a drug deal going that went bad. Okay, I'm going to let you go with the psychosis on that one, but you were the whole time, whole time, but you still haven't explained to me, to my satisfaction, why would you tell Clint that him? Oh, you even told the cops that Clint's mother fucked him. Girl. And don't say that was psychosis, because months before this happened, months before, you said that Clint and his mother got off together with Noah's Ark. Oh, stop with the psychosis shit. Stop. Then KK played the other day. She was reading these messages, and according to the messages that your husband sent to someone, Your son stated that you had been like that his entire life. So we're talking over decades of your disgusting fucking behavior, and it hasn't changed. It hasn't changed. I was listening to KK today when she played you. You were crying. All of a sudden, the crying went away, and you were just good. You were just good. And let me get to you, Brenda, real quick. Okay. I saw the screenshot that you typed in Jen's chat that I keep the hate going. Bitch, I hate no one. Bitch, I don't speak on you, but I am right now. If you're opening up your fucking mouth about me, I will open my mouth about you. That's the problem. You sit in there and you believe all this bullshit that Jen is spilling, and you should know better. Keep my name out of your fucking mouth, and I wouldn't speak on you. And Cole, you too. If it wasn't for your mother, I would have a few choice words for you. We're your foster mom. The fuck? I keep the hate going. You hear this bitch sitting up there day after day repeating the same shit, all the lies she's spewing on people. But I keep the hate going. And then you have the nerve to come in KK's chat and try to threaten her. Girl, there's no law. No law against using AI. Shut up. Hi, Savage, baby. Shut up with that bullshit. Y'all sit, and that's what I keep saying. The subs get in the middle, but the subs throw themselves in a lot of the bullshit that doesn't have anything to do with them. You want to show that you're loyal to the person that you go to the chats with. So you throw yourself in the middle of bullshit that has nothing to do with you, and that makes you a fucking target. There's nothing wrong with supporting the person that you're following or that you're subscribed to, but to get involved in shit that doesn't involve you. And now you're running around chat to chat trying to make deals. Sit your ass down somewhere. Oh, Heidi, I'm not scared of you, bitch. I never said you had to be scared of me. Never did. Never did. You want to talk about who supports this and who supports that. Hi, Gwen. You want to sit there and say who supports this, but you support someone who has a legitimate accusation against her from a young man when he was 14. She was inappropriate with him. You've seen she just runs to the police. Then I hear she called the police on KK. I heard that. What the fuck you calling the police on KK for? Because you don't like what she's saying about you on the internet? She's not lying. She's not lying. Then you did that stupid ass interview with Clint. Do you think KK used you? No, I don't think she used me. But you kept saying that she used him for money. What money? What money? You keep saying that Alice bought her a laptop. How many fucking times do you have to hear? She gave her 150 towards that laptop. Bitch, you living in a house that Alice pays for. You're in a house where Alice buys groceries. What the fuck are you talking about? The same woman that you said fucked your husband, your mother-in-law, that woman. You need help. Before you start speaking on other people, because just about everything you say, you need to look in a mirror because it pertains to you. You are projecting. I heard Kendra crying about, I was called a failure and I've been called a failure all my life. Okay. I typed in the chat, you were a fucking failure. That's exactly what I said. I said you were a failure. You fail at every fucking thing you do. And now I understand why you can't keep a job. You can't keep your emotions in check. You never like to be corrected. For you to sit there and call Brooke a bitch before she even called you a name. She was calm. Your favorite words are bitch and cunt and all. Girl, and then I hear Jen goes, "Oh, Kendra is so smart. She used big words." Yeah, she really smart. She can't hold a fucking job. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Virgie was wrong. Virgie was wrong. Virgie wasn't wrong. You are absolutely wrong. You are wrong. And whoever is telling you that you were right, they're lying to you. You go in the chat and you want to pick at people. That's what you do. You've been doing it for a while. Brooke should have been stumped your ass because she was nicer than I would ever have been to you if that would have been my friend. I would have dragged your ass completely. How long did you think Brooke was going to let you get away with or ignore the fact that you were going after her friend? It's nothing. Okay, if you got a problem with Virgie, fine. Have a problem with Virgie. Why attack her Christianity? Why attack her religious beliefs? Do you know they say most devils are found in the church? Do you know that my mom would go to shit, we go to church every time. My mother would come home and raise hell. Just because you're a Christian doesn't mean you're not human. Just because you're a Christian doesn't mean you don't drink, you don't curse, you don't do stuff like that. But from what I've seen in the chats with Virgie, and Brooke said it herself, she hasn't seen Virgie do any of that. Because she laughed about them playing your own words. Really? Really? You did you see what I was writing? Did you did you see what Camden was writing? Did you see what Sophie was writing? Why are you picking on Virgie? Why? Why? You need to shut your fucking mouth, bitch. Girl, you looked psycho, and you wonder why you have a lifetime RO. Now, if Virgie was to take that, she could get one on you too. I have regular gummies, Louisiana High Ride, just regular herringbone gold bears, regular gummies. I don't get it. You did a live where you read this whole AI thing about protecting your peace and blocking all these channels and, blocking comments and doing all this stuff. And you turned around and showed your natural ass. You showed again who you really are. You a vile piece of shit. You're very trashy. And I said trashy, not white trash, trashy. You are trashy. You are nasty. And then I was looking at that computer screen of yours. Disgusting. Your keyboard is disgusting. Do you know they have this thing? It's called, hold on a second, dust off. You want to hear it? You spray it, you clean your keyboard, and then they have the wipes that you use for your monitors, okay? I have those as well. Stop it. Stop it. I don't know, Bliss. I don't know if they ever left the state of Ohio together. I have no idea. And everything is Brandy's fault. Everything comes back to Brandy. Brandy, 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 Brandy. You wake up with Brandy on your mind. You never get your own phrases. You have to use everybody else's stuff, Jen. You're not original. Oh, she said that I was going to hang out with her in Vegas, Mary Poppins. I'm way behind in chat. No, that was never happening. I was just going to sign for them to get a free room. She can get 3 to 4 nights stay at any hotel that I have free rooms at. So, no. But if I was staying at MGM, she would have to stay at a Caesars because you couldn't stay at MGM. Well, she can stay but get a discounted rate. But a free room, she would have to stay at Caesars, or I wouldn't put her in a Venetian ever. I would put her down. I'll put her at the D. She can go to Caesars. I can put her at any one of Caesar's properties. But if I'm staying free at MGM, I can get her a discounted rate. But if she wanted to go to like the Pyramid across the street, which is an MGM, that's part of Caesars, she could have stayed there for free. So, yeah, that's how that went. But no, we never had plans to meet up. Ever, ever, ever. Not to hang out. Not at all. And I heard her say that when Kiki played that, I was cringing. I was like, no, stop saying that. No, I am going to meet Savage though. Yeah, George is something else. But yeah, I'm just saying. But Kendra. I heard that you got rid of your channel again. Kendra, stay off the internet. The internet is not for you. The internet is not for you. Not at all. And here's what I took. So I heard Brooke say that, she reached out to you behind the scenes and you kept making excuses. Then you said that you need to check your fucking messages, bitch. Common sense would tell you she was done talking to you. See, the funny part is, I don't even talk to Brooke. But if I send Brooke a message and not on IG, on her phone, she hits me right back. And that's some shit. I sent her a message the other day. I said, it's about damn time. What the hell is wrong with you? Did you really think she was going to keep letting that go? You kept pushing. You kept pushing. Virgie, as she said over and over again, it's like a family member to her. They meet, they've met, they go to lunch, they talk all the time. What made you think this was going to keep going on? Hey, Brooke did tell her to get a hold of her. Yes, she did. She told her, I heard her. She goes, get a hold of yourself. Because I was even shocked. And when she stood up, is this what you wanted? Is this? No. Leave Virgie and leave her religious beliefs alone. You can have an issue with Virgie. You can say what you want about Virgie, but why attack her religious beliefs? For what reason? And you kept saying that. So I typed in the chat. I think it was Jamie's chat. Since you want to talk about, and I'm telling you, I said, Kendra, you know, the 10 Commandments, one of them is honor thy father and thy mother, which you've done none of. You've talked shit on your mother and father online, and you wonder why people talk about them. You've talked about your daughters online. I also stated that there is another one that says, thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's goods, which seems that anybody that's in a better place in life or a better station in life, you have a problem with. And for you to sit there and say that Brooke chose donations over you, you sounded stupid. You sounded stupid. Everything comes back to money with you. Something that you covet and you don't have. Hi, allegedly. Hi, D. Johns. Welcome, everybody. Oh, God. I can drop the link if anybody wants to come up. I'm just going to scroll. I'm going to have to go back and read my chat. I'm just like, but I'm listening to her. Everything comes back. Hi, selfie queen Cindy. Happy birthday. Everything comes back to money with her. And guys, Selfie has been doing some great lives. Bliss has been doing some great lives. So if you guys haven't checked them out, which I shared Bliss's live the other day, I just watched Selfie's Queen's live from the other day because I didn't even know she went live. I didn't get a notification on that, but I will share that one out too. Hi, DJ Mandingo. You DJ Mandingo, you missed another meltdown of Ken. I'm gonna call her Ken drunk, but she wasn't drunk. And I'm telling you guys, people were saying she was drunk. She was not drunk. She cannot regulate being rejected. What she expected was for Brooke to be on her side, because as she said, two of your moms said she was wrong. Girl, people placate you to keep you calm. People need to tell you the damn truth. You went at her. Didn't they say Jen used to huff? Yeah, that was said on, I think it was when John Brooke and Jules were live. They said she was huffing duster cans. I don't know if that's true or not. I have no idea. But I'm telling you, Kendra, there's stuff to clean your laptop. There's stuff to clean your monitors. A matter of fact, I probably can take a picture of mine. You can see it. Both of my monitors and my laptop monitor is clean. My keyboard is clean. There's no food. There's no sticky. There's no drip. No nothing on it because I can't work dirty. I don't ride dirty. Don't work dirty. I don't like dirt. So that's why when Jules said I had a dirty black car at her house, girl, I don't drive. I don't ride dirty. I don't ride dirty. Don't ride dirty. Don't like dirt. Don't like it. Matter of fact, my car needs to be detailed right now because we had a few rain and yeah, I need to get it detailed. There is no way my relationship with Brooke has anything to do with money. Virgie, I know that. I know that. I think everybody that has been around for years know that. But Kendra thinks that she can come into a community and just pick up bits and pieces and think she knows everything. And just because a few people may not like you for whatever reasons they have to not like you, Virgie, I don't know. But I don't see anybody else. Well, I saw one person attack your religious beliefs. People can have an issue with other people, but why use their Christianity to come at them? And that was a dig at Brooke when I heard her say, "You're nothing special," although some people think you're special. Girl, that was a dig right at Brooke. It went boom right between her eyes. It went right between her eyes. YouTube is like selfie. No, Selfie, you've been really having and I didn't even know you went live until somebody mentioned. I said, when did Selfie go live? And I looked, I said, oh shit, she did. Because for a while I wasn't getting Sophie's notifications. And it's probably going to start again because Sophie hasn't been live in a while. But I'm just saying, um, you know, for you to use that and I'm telling you, I saw you were trying to get Brooke to take your side. When Brooke didn't take your side, when Brooke stood up and spoke uh against what you were doing, and then the hurt was all in your voice. I heard it. You were rejected again. And yes, I'm using the word rejected. You were rejected. Virgie didn't do anything to you. Hi, Jody. Oh, you're hopping on a plane. Plane. Okay. Virgie didn't do anything to you. There is. Everybody's in these chats. They're laughing at, give me a super chat, bitches. Hey guys, remember when Real was alive, which is the most disgusting shit could come out of your mouth, and you wish you would have helped him more? Girl, don't equate yourself to Real. Don't ever equate yourself to Real. Don't ever do that. When I first heard that, I'm like, no, this bitch did not. And you still haven't apologized to PMR for putting out there that PMR is the one that sent me that video, because someone was in your ear telling you, oh, I think there was a group chat and PMR must have gave it to her. Ruski, don't come in here with your bullshit, okay? I don't care if you're a Kendra fan or not. I really don't. I really don't. You still haven't apologized to PMR. But then again, your apologies mean nothing. They mean nothing. Because you just repeat and you get worse. Your behavior, I mean, seriously, it gets worse. No, I didn't give a fuck about your tears yesterday. I didn't. I didn't. Instead of sitting back and assessing your behavior, what was the point of that 16-minute video? Nobody sent you no fucking screenshots. And if they did, if they were your friends and they sent it to you, even though you said you didn't want to be in the drama, they're not your damn friends. Not your friends. But yet you seem to know what chats AC is going into. That's kind of strange, isn't it? Stop it. And if people really do care about you, they would tell you this is not a good look. You are the laughing stock between Jen and you, the laughing stock right now in this area, in this uh, community in YouTube. Everybody's making fun of you. Change behavior, girl. Change behavior. Haven't seen it yet. But I'm going to say she wasn't drunk, but I'm waiting for her to get drunk because it's about to happen. It's about to happen. Because you can't help yourself. You just can't help yourself. You attack Daddy because she says, I like Heidi. You attack Christy Denver because her husband is a CPA and you're smarter than a CPA. You attack everybody. And you don't expect, you couldn't take when Sophie and all of them walked away from you because they didn't agree with the shit you were doing. So instead of saying it with your whole damn chest, you go under a sock account, messy spoons, and talk shit. Then you forget what you're saying under the sock account, like you gave yourself away with Julie Jones. And then you say that I said it. Yes, you did say it, but you didn't say it under Kendra or BS Exposed. You said it under a sock account. Congratulations, Chantel. Congratulations, sweetie. But I saw your community post that you said, am I going to go legal? I understand that Foodie is threatening you now, Chantel. You have to stop. You can't even have a conversation. KK has dropped her link for you several times. Exactly, Wisco. But she's attacking, she's saying because Virgie is a Christian, Virgie shouldn't be in these chats where they're talking about her. That has nothing to do with being a Christian. Shit. Cut that bullshit out. But Brooke did good. I'm telling you, I was surprised. But Brooke, I have to agree with Jamie. I really do. Please stop live and driving. I told that to KK too. Stop the living and driving. Did we not forget about the girl that was doing the live on TikTok and killed a man? That was what, 3 months ago, 4 months ago? Please stop doing lives and drives, especially if you're reading the chat. If you're going to put your phone down and just be talking and not looking at the chat, but then you're still not paying attention. Please stop doing the live and drives. Yes, rest in peace, real. But it's just it's sad. So now she's running and she's hiding now. Again, she's gonna tuck her tail between her legs and run off. Because you made a fool of yourself. Um And then when KK played the thing she put up on TikTok, thank you for KK. Thank you for that, KK. Because I'm going to go to her TikTok and I'm going to grab that little snippet and I'm going to put along with the other one. And you wonder why. You wonder why. You, girl, you can't control you. See, people like you that can't control your emotions, that's when people need to be worried. Brooke does have to spend an hour. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If she's on the ferry, that's totally different. She's not driving. That's what I wanted to ask her too. If she was on a ferry or she was driving, but no, she said she had to pull over. I heard her say on one of her lives she had to pull over because I went back and watched a couple of her lives. This past weekend I watched two that she did about the tantrum with the bee, and then I watched the one with Kendra. I think it was yesterday. So if she's on a ferry, that's totally different. Totally different. She's stationary. She's not moving. But yeah, I that live and drive stuff, and it just took that one time, and it was caught, and then somebody took the video that she did and sent to the police, and she was arrested. It was manslaughter. She wasn't paying attention to the road. I'm not saying that's what's going to happen to Brooke. Hi, George. I'm not saying that's what's going to, but yeah, let's just stop that. When you're on a ferry, that's totally different. Stop that. Okay, does anybody want to come up? Because I was sitting there trying to think. It was something else that Kendra said that really well, shit. Everything she says is bullshit. For all the books you've read, all these books, you have no common sense. You have no decorum. You don't know how to read a room. You don't know how to understand when people are fed up with your bullshit. Oh, by the way, Jen, George says, please get your own fucking content and do not replay his shit again. Oh, and another thing, Jen, there is no such thing as the 25-second rule. The only thing that's in TOS, it says that you have to commentate in an appropriate manner. There's nothing that says you have to do 25, 30 seconds, 40 seconds. That is nowhere in the YouTube rule book, Jen. But just so you know, George stated, don't use his fucking content anymore. Okay? Okay. Well, George, I was waiting for you to go live. Yes, you're still the angry black woman. Yep, and I need to go work for a black man. Uh-huh. And guys, let's remember, when we see the homeless, let's not give them any food or get them anything, socks or whatever. Let's give them a hug, okay? Hi, KK. I'm just saying, KK, I had to come take my crown for the moral police. I had to come do it because she was giving it to Virgie, and I had to come back and take my crown. Shit. I like you, Virgie, but I can't give you my crown. Mm-mm. I'm telling you, I like this Canadian, this water, clearly Canadian. I love it. Anyway, that's what I had to say to Kendra. Kendra, I really want you to go and get yourself some help. Um, AI is not helping you. Okay, they're only telling you what you want to hear. You need to actually go and see a real therapist. You know, they have some places that you can get free if you don't have the means. And the state, what in Oregon, which you always quote all these statistics and everything else, but I think you need to go to a mental health clinic and let them know what you're going through, and tell them that people on the internet are making fun of you, and you're losing your shit and you can't take it, and you're having these tantrums. Like I said, middle school, someone corrected me, so it's more like elementary, head start, kindergarten, you know what I mean? But yes, we don't need to do that. I think when I was about to finish, it went bloop. But again, she's probably still concerned about her mental being. But shit, everybody recorded it, so it's all over the place. She didn't have to hide it. She didn't have to hide it because she should have known. Everybody had that. Everybody had that. It didn't make sense to hide it. But anyway, I just wanted to say that. I also wanted to say that what else? What else? I think that's it. Did I have anything else to say? That's good advice we should all take. Yeah, I'm telling you, if you can't take it, get off the internet. Because I told you this months ago, Kendra. Months ago, when you got up there crying about I didn't deserve what Heidi did. Okay, first of all, when Amber and I were on panel, I didn't drag you like I wanted to. I couldn't do it because I knew you're not right. I know that you have mental issues. I even said it on my live. I said, Amber, I said, I just don't feel like I can do this. I said, even though she deserves it. But then you turn around, went live crying about, I did deserve it. I did deserve what Heidi did to me. Bitch, I did nothing to you. Oh, let me drop the link. I did nothing to you. I let your ass slide over and over and over again. I've let you slide. I've ignored you. And the fact that you actually insinuated that you were going to hurt yourself or jump off a fucking bridge, that's some manipulative fucking shit. Thank you, Christoph. That's exactly what that is. Yeah. No, we're not hanging out. There's my George. Yes, sir.
I I'm
Hello. George, are you driving?
hard, like my
You okay, you're
own.
breaking up. George, you're breaking up.
What'd you say?
Oh, okay. What's up, baby? George, I don't hear you.
Yeah. Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you.
Okay. I'm in my car, and it was. I don't know why it bounces back and forth between like the car, and my earpiece. So that's what it
Mine
was.
did that too. So yeah. Okay, go
Yeah.
ahead. Okay, what's up?
Okay. So I watched everything again. Like I've been watching it all day. Like I asked me, I would have been really, really upset with Kendra, but like today, I'm not really like I'm mad at. I'm not mad at Kendra because it didn't have anything to do with me. But I do think Kendra does need to log off. I think Kendra needs to disconnect completely from YouTube, the internet, and Kendra needs to focus on herself. I think it's fair for us all to
Yep.
acknowledge that clearly you can see Kendra does have mental health issues. You know what I mean? and there's nothing more
Yep, I
important than
just said that.
yourself.
That's why I don't go
Yeah,
at her.
yeah.
Yep.
And
That's why I
you know,
don't go
I
at her, George.
always
How many times have I said I was gonna let her slide?
it's been a lot, but I also think though we gotta stop letting people slide. Like people do need to be held accountable. People do need to be, words matter, and if you say something that's not right, like you do need to be held accountable for it. Yesterday when Kendra was talking, Kendra did say that I get held accountable, but nobody else does. And I agree with Kendra on that 110%. I feel like Kendra and Jen and myself, but I'm going to take myself out because I'm not a victim here. You know what I mean? The internet is voluntary. None of us have to be here. But I do feel like Kendra and Jen, they both say a lot of inappropriate things. But so do other people. And I feel like
Yep.
Kendra and Jen are always forced to acknowledge what they say and they're always forced to issue an apology. But the other day when Maria said I wanted to be a woman and I don't,
I
nobody
addressed
held
that.
her. Yeah, nobody held
No,
her accountable for
no,
that.
I
And
addressed that, but I thought she was reading a comment in her chat. I addressed that because nowhere in there have you ever said you wanted to be a woman. Nowhere have you said you were transgender. Nowhere have you ever. You don't carry yourself as a woman. You don't act like a woman. And the last time I checked, you said you were a top, so that doesn't make you a bottom. So okay, I'm just saying. You said you were a top. I'm just like. I no,
back this week, right? And I feel
yeah.
like there's
Well,
a
I don't know
lot
when
of
it happened, but I heard you play it. Yes.
yeah, there's a lot of blame to go around on this issue with Kendra and Virgie. And I think it goes back to about a year ago or 2 years ago. If you guys remember, it was actually Jules and Miss Mickey who stirred this up. They wanted they they went with this plan of somehow they were going to call Virgie out for giving Kendra a super chat. And I've always said it, you don't count somebody else's pockets. What somebody else does for somebody else is no one's business, and it should
Yep,
not be addressed.
but on that end, Virgie gave her 20. Well, she sent her $25, and in Kendra fashion, she goes, "Thanks, Virgie, but that's not going to help my insufficient funds on my overdraft in my bank account." So she still
Right,
wasn't appreciative.
right, right. And one thing, that's why I don't like doing the super chats. I don't like all that because me personally, I just don't like greed. If Virgie were to give Kendra $1, Kendra should appreciate that as if
Yep,
Kendra or if Virgie gave her $1 million because she
yep,
did not have to do it. But
exactly.
I also feel once Miss Mickey and what's her name and Jules did that, me personally, I don't have no sides here. I don't take sides, but I do feel like Virgie should have put her foot down and said, "Listen, do not do that to me. I can get along with this person and that one. You guys will not come in between my friendship with anybody else." And that is something that this community needs to stop doing. Stop trying to come in between people. That is wrong. And it happens a lot, more than we even think. Um,
I don't watch
uh,
anybody's pocket. Not at all. I don't do that.
yeah, it's
Never
wrong.
have done that.
Yeah. And, at the end of the day, we're all grown people. Wherever we choose to put our money, that's where we put our money. If somebody is getting something, that's not anybody else's business. Like, people need to stop that. And then I
Okay,
also want
here's
to
what.
say,
Okay, go ahead.
me personally, like I said, I've been watching these lives. I don't feel that it's fair to dogpile Kendra, because that's exactly what that was, is a dog pile. But remember a few weeks ago, very few people called out Jules and Clark for attacking Virgie in the chat. And that was 100% wrong. So I don't understand, why is it Kendra, again, is being held to a different standard than Jules and Clark got held to. You know what I mean?
Well, we all know what Jules did was fucked up and then tried to apologize for it. But no, that wasn't the first time she did that to Virgie. And I was surprised that Virgie stuck around for the second time. So, but again, here's what I want to say. But you have a great point there. But here's what I want to say. I'm so sick of hearing about people scamming and people doing this, because no one is forced to donate to anyone. No one is being held at gunpoint saying, give me this, I want that. People donate when they want to, if they want to, if they can. So please stop saying that people are taking advantage of other people. That's not
I,
true.
I agree. I agree with that 110%. And I
Maybe
do want
kids
to
just
say
do the
to,
right thing.
and I
Okay, go
do
ahead.
want to say to Kendra, and I like Kendra. I'm not going to hide the fact that I do like Kendra. You
I
know what
know
I
you do,
mean?
because we argue, but well, you're, I'm not going to
And,
say argue. We have differences of opinion when it when it comes to Kendra. Yes, I know you do.
to me, it's not so much because it is just that it's Kendra. That's just the type of person I really am. Like, if you really truly get to know me, I really try to see like the good in everybody, and I really do try to defend people. But Kendra, baby, if somebody is bashing you in a chat and you go in there and you watch, say 120 people bash you, and let's just say they all make 10 comments, that's over 1,200
That will fuck with your mental
about you.
really bad. Yep.
Yeah, you really tell how upset you got. Why they're not going to pray for you? They're not going to say anything positive about you. You put yourself in that situation, and you called Brooke all kinds of names because you watched people trash you, but
Yep.
you willingly walked in that door. I don't watch a lot of people who don't like me, but even if I were to, I just laugh it off because I don't really care. Like, I know that this is the internet, and I know you're not going to get me triggered. You're not going to get the results that you're looking for, but you give it to them every single time. And my fear for you, Kendra, is you are going to end up in jail. You are going to
Yep.
end up taking life. You are going to end up in a mental hospital, and you are going to lose everything that you have. And if you feel like, Kendra, you don't have much, the little that you do have can all be gone, and you will be humbled, and you're not going to have nothing. And I don't want to see Kendra or anybody else end up like that because of YouTube. Turn it off. It's not that important.
But she can't, because she's so
No.
concerned about what everybody, and I'm telling you, I've heard this so much this week. It is none of my, I've always said, it's none of my business what other people think about me, because I know who I am. The problem with Kendra is she doesn't know who she is.
Yeah, I agree. And Kendra, and I hate to say it, and I'm not dogpiling Kendra. Kendra has a low self-esteem. And I tried to tell her that the other day, like, Kendra, it's important for you to know who you are. It is important for you to hold your head up high. Like, I go back and forth with Maria, but I will never once let Maria. Maria has said my dad beats my mom beats my dad. She is
Your
like,
dad is
she is,
deceased.
yeah. She has spoke on my nephew who's deceased. She has spoke on my brother who is deceased. But I know who I am. I know who my family is. In the short amount of time that I did have my brother, I appreciate that. You know what I mean? I
Yep.
would never let Maria make me lower my head for her.
Yep.
even if you feel like shit, and this is for anybody, even if you feel like shit on the inside, you always hold your head up high. Always. I don't care how bad they're trashing you. You never let them see you sweat bullets.
Yep.
And go ahead.
No, I was just going to say because, that goes back to, when they used to say that a black woman couldn't raise a son needed. My mother raised 4 kids, put us through Catholic school. Not one time did she ever, and she worked at one point, she was in college and she worked 2 jobs to make sure we had uniforms, to make sure we had shoes. She did everything for us. She didn't depend on anybody. Not
Yeah.
one time did I ever see my mother go, "Oh, I can't do this. I can't." Not one time. So I said this before. When I was in school and I had to write a paper about my hero, people were writing on Oprah and writing on this and that. I wrote about my mother
Yeah.
because that's who I look up to.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
And I get like strength comes from different areas in our lives, maybe different people in our lives. And I don't think Kendra has really had like a good family dynamic. I, I honestly believe Kendra is just looking for a real solid friend.
Yep.
And I believe,
And she said she
yeah,
has a best friend
uh-huh.
and she's
And I'm,
biracial.
yeah, and I'm not trying to be funny, but does she really have a really good solid friend? I don't know. I don't,
I don't know.
and I'm not trying to be funny. Like I said, I love Kendra. I'm not dogging Kendra out. I think Kendra can be an amazing person, but Kendra allows the littlest things to set her off.
Yep.
But I don't think Kendra has a good core. You know what I mean? Um, and there were a lot of things that was said about Kendra on the internet and YouTube that should have never been said to anybody. Um, and I think it really truly hurts Kendra. Like you can say a lot of things to me and I just let it roll off. Like the other day, I didn't realize Amzy was like as sensitive as she is until like she said it the other day. She said somebody really hurt her feelings. And I said, wow, or Amzy, I didn't know that. I never got that from you because you do come across as like this strong woman. And I have never seen Amzy like get sensitive.
Yep.
It just rolled off of her, you know? And I do think it's something like that. We
Yep.
all, myself included, we all need to dial it back.
Yep.
I
I'm telling
don't,
you the same thing with me. When all of this stuff happened with TL, my feelings were hurt because
yeah,
I thought of her as a friend. When me and Crazy Cat Mama had that thing, I was hurt because I consider her my friend. So
yeah,
we all have feelings and emotions, but we know how to regulate them. In Kendra's case, she comes live, she attacks people. Most of
yeah,
the time it's not even under her name, but she always gives herself away because she can never do a sock account. And then when people come back at her, she wants to cry. She's a victim. Same thing with Jen. There are no victims. You dish it, you
no,
need to be able to take it.
yeah. Yeah, I
Now I'm
agree with that 110%. Yeah, if you can dish it, you have to be able to take it. If you can't take it, you need to log off. You need to log off. And I'm telling Kendra, I'm telling you this. You need to log off, you need to deactivate, and you do not need to come back to YouTube. If you have friends that are on YouTube, please exchange numbers with them. But please, Kendra, get off YouTube. This is not for you. And
But
I
did
hate to
you
say
see
that.
her? She didn't look. I mean, I put the picture up. I said, "You look psycho." She
Yeah,
looked like she was totally gone.
yeah. I didn't see her because I was doing like 5,000 things that day, but I heard her. And to be honest with you, it really hurt me to hear Kendra like that. You know what I mean? Because this is the internet. We should not be pushing people to sound like that, to look like that. And I believe
But who pushed her?
110% you're
Who pushed her?
I
She
said
took.
I said she bullied herself.
Okay, because nobody pushed her. And Virgie, I left this comment here for a reason. She has misdirected anger towards Virgie. Why? Did she think that Brooke was going to make Virgie change her mind about her and they will become friends, as she say, because my friend group, no, girl, these are parasocial relationships.
Yeah. Yeah. But I
Brooke
don't
and
think
Virgie have a friendship.
yeah. But and to be fair to Kendra, I don't think Kendra is mad at Brooke and for Virgie or something like that. It started with Jules and Miss Mickey. That's where it started for Kendra.
That's where her anger
Uh,
needs to go to.
it does. It does. It does. And and I was telling Kendra and Virgie the other day in Brooke's chat, hey, maybe you guys can just have a conversation with each other. Like you guys don't
I saw
understand, like
that.
just talking to AC the other day and just squashing a beef that was really never a beef. Like, you know what I mean? It just kind of hit differently because most of the time everything's in a screaming, shouting match, or I'm going to strike you, or I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. Like, you
But
know
you
what I
can't
mean?
have a conversation with Kendra because if you don't agree with
You're
Kendra,
right.
you cannot. That is the type of person there is no conversation to have. She
You're
will
right.
not
You're right.
listen. She's
You're right.
always right. Listen how she kept screaming, Virgie was wrong. She was wrong. No, you were
But
wrong.
okay, listen to what Kendra said. Listen to her words and the tone of her voice. Kendra, she wanted to be heard. She just wanted Brooke to listen to her and to understand her. That's how I took that from Kendra.
Yes, but she
But
came up hot, George. She
yeah,
came up hot.
she did.
She
She
cursed
did.
Brooke before Brooke
Yeah,
could even say anything.
yeah,
She called her a
yeah,
bitch.
yeah. She did. But Kendra wanted to be heard. She wanted to be listened to. But Kendra,
Hey,
you
Brooke.
cannot come up here screaming and hollering, calling people bitches and all that, and expect to be taken serious. Because had you came at me like that, Kendra, and I'm not lying to you, this is just me, I would have closed my eyes and I would have blacked out on you. Oops, I would have blacked out on you.
That has
But
happened.
I could still, me saying that still, I could still hear the hurt in Kendra's voice. And I
You can
think
hear the
it
hurt.
comes from,
Yes.
yeah, I think it comes from a place with Kendra. Kendra's never had anybody who really just listened to her. She's never had somebody just talk to her without Kendra being judged. So I kind of, I, I get Kendra. I understand Kendra, but I also understand where Brooke was coming from. And I do not think it's fair for anybody to ever tell anybody, you need to get back, read your fucking DMs or whatever. I don't know how Kendra
Yes.
said it. That was wrong because Kendra, and I tell you this all the time, you need to protect your mental health. So by that, maybe Brooke was taking a break. This is the internet. Brooke's personal life, family life should always come first. So I do
And
think
that's
Kendra,
what
it
Brooke
was,
has always
yeah,
said. Her family
yeah,
life comes before YouTube. And the
yeah,
fact that she goes, you didn't read your fucking messages. I'm like, girl, how many times have Brooke said she's bad at checking her messages,
yeah,
especially on
yeah,
IG?
yeah,
Come on. She came in hot. You can hear she was hurt and she was crying. She wasn't crying. She was crying because she knew she fucked up yet again.
See, I don't think Kendra was crying because she knew she fucked up. I think Kendra was all really crying because she felt like she lost her friend. Like I think Kendra takes these, well, maybe her and Brooke really are friends. I don't know, and I'm not judging that friendship or anything like that. But Kendra, I think it's more than just a friendship to her. Like, you know what I mean?
I see
She
what you're
holds
saying.
that. Yeah,
But
yeah.
George,
She
listen
holds
to
that.
this. But listen to this, okay? Listen to me. Even in Brooke's chat, when Sarah motherfucking Z was going at John Yates in Brooks' chat. I said, respect Brooks' friendship.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how you feel about that person. It Brooke was right when she said that. If you're my friend or you want to be my friend, you wouldn't keep attacking someone that you know I hold dear to my heart.
Right. And I agree with that. But if okay, so if I'm Kendra, and I believe this is how Kendra took it. Kendra took it as, you're defending Virgie, but why aren't you defending me? Why am I not this important to you? And
But
I
she
think that's
attacked
really
Virgie. She attacked her. If she would have just attacked Virgie, let's just say she's going back and forth with Virgie.
right. But at that point, it's not even about Virgie at that point.
Nope,
It's, why aren't you protecting
protecting
me?
me. Yep,
Yeah. And
exactly.
I think that's how Kendra took that. And it comes from a place of like, I don't think Kendra had like a good upbringing. And maybe she felt like my parents didn't protect me as a child. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but she mixed up two different things. Okay, I'm gonna tell you
But
when Brooke pointed that out, she was right. She mixed
yeah,
up two different things. She had everything mashed together. Okay,
yeah,
you said
yeah,
that Virgie owed you an apology. Virgie doesn't owe you an apology. Virgie didn't do anything to you. Virgie laughed at the thing that was put up on the screen. Send me a super chat, bitches. You remember when Real was here? And when she was singing Scrubs, girl, TLC is going to sue your ass. That's the easiest fucking song to know the words to.
yeah.
But
But
I'm telling you, her
in
anger is instead of going at KK, instead of going at AC, instead of going at Jamie, what does she do? She picks on someone who doesn't have a platform that she knows
yeah,
don't have except for typing in a chat. And then
yeah.
not only did you attack, but you attacked her in Brooks' chat.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. And I don't think it's fair for Kendra to have a platform and she gets to use it as she wishes and as much as she can. And if Virgie's platform is just somebody else's chat, I don't think it's fair for her to tell her, sorry, I don't think it's fair for her to tell her, like, don't talk about me in the chat, but you can go live and talk about Virgie. Like, I
Thank
don't think that
you.
that's fair at all. Yeah.
Thank you. And look, Viva La Roca said, I had to laugh. Don't fucking make excuses for her, George. She's an asshole.
I'm no
She's
no
a
no no.
grown
I'm
ass woman.
and I'm not making excuses for her. But at the same time, Viva La Roca, you make excuses for Maria, who has said the far worst about other people. She's way worse than Kendra. You make excuses for her. And I'm not making excuses for Kendra because I like Kendra. I'm just trying to say, listen, Kendra is broken. Kendra
She is
is
broken. But,
hurt. Yeah.
but George, she misdirects her anger.
She does.
Okay.
She does. I'm not denying. Listen, I'm not denying anything you guys are saying about her. I'm not denying what she did to Virgie. I'm not denying any of
Yep.
that. But I'm
Yep. She's a
just
very
saying
unhappy person. She's very
she
unhappy.
is.
She's made a
She
point to
is.
say that her daddy didn't buy her a house. Her mom didn't do this. Her dad did this. She goes through her whole family history. And then when people talk about it, you want to sit there and get upset, but you put all this shit on the internet. Now, everything, George, everything comes back to money with her.
Yeah,
Everything.
it does. It does. It does. And I don't think it's fair to throw up. Listen, I don't even like Donald Trump, but even I don't think it's fair that people call Donald Trump out when they're like, "Oh, his daddy gave him money. That's how he got the businesses." That's just
Well, all the money
generational.
his daddy gave him, he lost. So who cares?
Yeah, he's still a billionaire though. But it's like you cannot fault somebody for having something. Um, you know what I mean? Like I don't think that
Yeah.
that's fair to ever throw that up in somebody's face. That's not right at all. And and I'm telling Kendra, I'm saying this to Kendra. That's not right to do that. Nor is that your business. How Virgie got her money is her. that's her business. Because if somebody were to offer you that money for whatever reason, you wouldn't turn that down either. You would not want that thrown in your face either. So I don't think that's fair. And like I said, I'm not making excuses for Kendra. I'm really not.
Okay, George, let me just
But
ask you this. Okay. So you remember that night she went live, and everybody, she was saying that people were telling her to get offline, do this, do that. And she kept going with it, right? When she knew she had to go to court with Geneva, you go to court, I mean, and you're acting an asshole, you've got court, and everybody kept sending her messages, get offline, get offline, get offline. Did she get offline? Hello? 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 I think I lost George. I think I lost, yeah, I lost George. But I'm just saying, everybody, she said, I'm going to be good. Everybody's telling me to get offline. But she didn't get offline. She kept going. So whose fault is that? Oh, you had to watch Candace. Okay. Virgie. See, one thing we're not selfish that way. Brooke is free to have. Exactly. Yeah, I lost George. It's mutual respect. So, I mean, if anybody else wants to come up, um, Lightning, I just put my email there for you. George, the problem here is she kept on saying I attack, and you didn't attack her. You didn't. You did not attack her. No, but I was just surprised that it took Brooke that long. Very, very surprised. Let me see. Mayday, you don't know this time of what happened or what I did respectfully. Virgie has never attacked anyone or stalked. No, and that's her favorite word, stalk. Again, you said Geneva was stalking you, but you go to her house and stand out there and record it. You say Virgie is stalking you. No one's stalking you. How do you know what chats Virgie's in? You know Virgie's going to go in Brooke's chat. You know she's probably going to show up in Ann's chat. She's probably going to show up in Sweets and E11's chat. How is that stalking you when these are the chats that you know that she's going to be in? But you can see what other chat Virgie's in and you're taking screenshots. Who's stalking who? Who's stalking who? Stop with that stalking shit. But again, I really hope she gets offline because this is not the way. This is not the way. So let me see. There are ways to be heard and understood. Going on a panel, yelling, cursing, and calling you names isn't going to fly, nor is it the right way. No, it's not. Oh, okay. I'm gonna drop the link again. Hold on a second. I was trying to get my mail thing. Okay, I didn't. All right, there you go. I dropped it. I'm sorry. No, she's not a stalker. All right. Yes, sir.
okay,
Okay,
okay.
Brooke is
What were
coming
you?
up as well.
Okay,
Okay, go ahead.
what was you saying Kendra was doing? I didn't hear that part.
Oh, when she was saying that Virgie was stalking her, I said she knows the chats that Virgie's going to be in. Hi,
Yeah.
Blackhead Music. Uh, She knows that, but yet she has screenshots of the stuff in the chats that she's not in, that Virgie's in, and none of those screenshots show that Virgie is attacking her. Yes, Brooke, what's up?
I agree that that was definitely poor choices of words. If Virgie is in a chat and she's talking freely, but Kendra, you go into that chat, it really looks like you're the one stalking Virgie. So
Yep.
I do think that that was just poor choice of words. And Kendra, you owe her an apology for that. Now, being honest to God, dead serious with that.
Yes, Brooke. Brooke. Okay, she's there, but she's not. Brooke, I don't hear you. Hi, fight like a girl. Oh,
Can y'all
um,
hear me?
yes, I hear you now.
Do I sound bad because I have my old AirPods in?
You sound low. You sound very
Okay,
low.
let me turn that. Let me get them out of my ears.
Okay, that's good. That's good right there.
Okay. All right. So the reason it took me so long is because George. I mean, I did truly like Kendra. I mean, I truly cannot fucking believe that she came up and did what she did yesterday. That was not on my bingo card. That was complete. I was completely shocked, to say the least. And I didn't expect that response. I mean, and furthermore, like, again, I can only equate to what I would do. And I know people in the chat are saying, oh, well, Brooke, you attacked Jules. Well, again, y'all don't know the timeline of events, of what was happening, of anything like that, and how much restraint I truly did have in respect of Virgie and Jules' friendship. But again, I'm not going to get into that. That's not my business. But there was a lot of restraint there. And I did hold back quite a bit.
I know you did.
And a lot, quite a bit might be an understatement. So to say that that's the same thing, it's not, because the deal is that Kendra and I's friendship were Kendra and I's, and she, like, everybody that is my friend knows how much I care about Virgie, and to me, it's just like, why? Like you were saying earlier, Heidi, and like I said yesterday, of all the people that are making comments about you, why pick on her, the one person that I'm like off limits, because that's just the way I feel. And if you do want to have a beef with her, that's fine. I'm not expecting everybody to love everybody because I'm their friend. I just expect you to have some kind of a respectful boundary, to at least not sit there and talk about her Christianity and her religion and the things that she cares most about, because it's just like an Achilles heel thing. And I think it was really, it wasn't warranted. And when I did go to her behind the scenes, I got excuses. And I didn't want to hear no more excuses, because obviously talking to her wasn't helping. And then I wasn't going to say anything again. Why? Because I just would rather not fucking have confrontation. And it was wrong, and it'll never happen again. Because look what happened yesterday. Now Virgie got called a cunt for the first time in her life. And, at least to her face. And a bitch and everything else, is screaming and hollering, and it was a lot. So, but I only did that because then, just because Virgie made a statement that she no longer has empathy for Kendra because she's blaming her for shit, Kendra fires up alive. Again, not that I'm not, the Mother Goose of YouTube or anything. I shouldn't need to nobody needs to get permission from me. But if that were me, I'd have probably just ran that by the other person. Look, your friend's pissing me the fuck off. At least there could have been some kind of conversation there that could have, it could have been handled behind the scenes, or I could have, somebody could have talked the other person down before going live and talking shit on Virgie and telling her to go fuck herself, and just talking the shit that she did. I think the crime at all doesn't match the punishment there, and Virgie never said anything bad about her to begin with. So
Yeah. Like I said, I just think there was a bunch of gaslighting in there. And from what I seen, it was Jules and Miss Mickey. And that was like a year and a half ago. And I didn't think that that was right then. If Virgie wants to be friends with Kendra, let that be. Yeah, I mean, because you never know. Virgie could have been the help Kendra really, truly, desperately needed. And now look at Kendra. I hate to say it, but I like you, Kendra. I love you, girl. I really do. But Kendra, you are a hot mess. And Kendra, listen, it is okay to be a hot mess. It's okay to not be okay, Kendra. But you have to understand, Kendra, It's your responsibility to get help. And there is help out there for you. You have got to get it out of your head, Kendra, that there's not government resources out there when there really are. And I don't want to see you go down that road, Kendra. I don't think really truly anybody wants to see you go down that road. And I do think like we're all watching Kendra. And I think at this point, it's not funny to sit there and push Kendra to keep spiraling. If that was Jules, I would not push Jules to keep spiraling. If that was Maria, I would not push Maria to keep spiraling. I believe your mental health is your responsibility, but it's also our responsibility too to take our foot off the gas on somebody.
So what you're saying is we should just let her say what she wants to say and don't go back at her.
No, I'm not saying that at all. I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying ignore her. Because at the end of the day, we don't have to keep pushing somebody. Like, you know what I mean? If we hear somebody, like I said, it did not feel good for me yesterday to listen to Kendra sound like that. And I don't say it because I do like Kendra. I'm saying that as a human being to another human being. It shouldn't feel good, and nobody should feel good hearing Kendra sound like that. Kendra needs help. She does, and that's the truth. She needs help.
Okay, got you.
I mean,
And it's up to us
I
to
mean,
make.
you.
Okay, so just leave her alone and let her say what she wants to say. Just ignore her, which I've done for the longest until I get fed up.
No, I'm not saying that by any means. But what I am saying is, Kendra, you don't have a right to get on here and poke people and expect them not to get back to you. But if you hear somebody on the edge, we can't keep pushing them, even if they are talking shit about us. Those are just words. Those are just words. You know what I mean? If Kendra or anybody else takes their lives,
Don't say that, George. Don't say that.
hear how she sounded.
I heard how she
If,
sounded.
right, a person is not replaceable. And it shouldn't matter if we like somebody or not.
That's true.
You don't have to like Kendra to understand. Kendra's not replaceable.
I don't need you crying. Okay, I don't. But I get what you're
It's
saying.
just this one hits hard.
But
You know what I
Kendra
mean?
has to love herself.
I know,
And
but if Kendra is on the edge,
well, then she needs to
what?
stay offline with the bullshit.
I know, and I agree with you. But what I'm saying is, for us who do have a little bit more sense, you can't keep pushing her. And I say that for anybody. Stop pushing people when they're on the edge. Let them talk all the shit you want to about you. You're not on the fucking edge. The other person is. You don't fucking keep pushing them.
Okay.
Kendra
I
has
hear you.
kids.
I
Kendra is a
hear you.
mother.
I
And
hear you.
even like with Jen, if we know Jen doesn't give a fuck about her kids, we should give enough about her kids to stop pushing Jen. Now, I do think there's a difference between Jen and Kendra. Jen likes the shit. Kendra really doesn't. But if Kendra, you can dish it, you should be able to take it as well. But Kendra, you need to get offline. And I say that as a friend, not trying to attack you, but you need to log off because Kendra, you do have kids and your kids need their mother. Log off line. It's not that big of a deal and it's not that important.
I hope she listens, George. And I feel everything you're saying. And you know, hi Amber. That's why I've held back so many times. Okay. I've held back, held back, held back. Even Amber just got in here, and when I should have dragged her across the tracks, I didn't. But when she pushed that button, I went low. And I did. And I never apologized. And I'm never going to apologize for it. She had it coming.
Yeah. And look at the dirty, nasty shit Maria has said to me. I don't hide the fact that I had a dad, a brother, and a nephew all committed suicide. And I didn't tell people all of that, okay? I told you about my
Nope.
dad, and that was it.
Yep, you did.
Geneva and Maria, y'all went digging for that. And you threw it up in my fucking face. And did you hear anybody in those chats call Maria out for that? No, you didn't. So it's kind of odd that they are holding Kendra to this level that they are not being held to. Now, Kendra or Maria doesn't know how that was going to affect me. I never said anything to Maria for her to come at me like that. When Maria said my dad beats my mom, that's when I threw it back in Maria's face. Well, didn't Carlos beat you? If you don't like it being said to you, don't say it to nobody else. And you guys in those chats need to stop saying, you guys aren't holding Jen accountable for this. You're not holding Kendra accountable for this. You're not holding that one accountable for this on the other side. When you guys aren't holding your favorite creators to the same level. And I've always told everyone, I don't have a problem with somebody coming in and telling me something. If I'm doing something and if you feel like I'm just kind of getting away from myself, tell me.
I do it all
I
the
always
time.
say it. Yeah. And I appreciate it. You know what I mean? Like,
But
I
you do the
am not,
same to me, though. You do the same to
yeah.
me. So it works both ways, but I do it all the time. And then when you go, like even in your chats, I'm like, George. And then I'm sending you messages on IG. I'm like, okay, now we're getting
Hmm.
petty. But
Yeah.
yeah,
And even now, Jules is starting to say on her lives, well, George didn't do that. I don't
she
think
knew you
George
didn't do
doxed
half the
my
shit that
family.
she said
No.
you did. So I don't even
But
care about
the
what she has to say.
the thing is, though, the people in her chat are not saying, Jules, you told us he did this to you and we believed it and blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean?
Yep. Yep.
Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Like,
Yep.
so where's the fairness at here?
Nope. You're right. I mean, I understand. I really do. But you just can't take somebody's word for something. You need to find out for yourself. And that's what I always say. When people used to send me shit, I said, okay, send me the timestamp. And then I'm going to go back and I'm going to listen for myself to hear the context. I'm not going to take somebody at their word because sometimes people have your best interests at heart. And then sometimes they're just trying to create mess. So, anyway, George, are you still there? Yeah. But and it is mental health is serious, but you can't hold somebody else accountable for your mental health because if you know these people are talking about you, you know that they're dragging you. Why would you want to go and see this shit? Why would you even want to read the stuff that's being said about you? And it's the stuff that you've shown on the internet. It's the shit that you've said on the internet. And just your quick, well, yeah, I shouldn't have said that. No, you were fucked up when you said it, and you don't, and then you go, well, I shouldn't have said it, but you turn around and you do something worse. There's no change behavior there. None. No, I don't want to see anything happen to her, but then again, I'm not going to be held accountable for her mental health. I'm not. I'm not. George, are you there? Hi, slap by slide. I like the middle finger, girl. But again, You put yourself in these situations, and then you want everyone to see you as a victim, but you're not. You're going in these chats, you're talking all this shit about these people, you get on your panel, you talk all this shit, and then the minute somebody is fed up with your bullshit and they give you what you deserve, that's when you cry victim. And honey, keep telling you, I don't have no sympathy, no empathy. You get what you deserve. So I'm George is not well, I guess he's in a dead spot. But that's what I had to say. And I'm gonna say right now, I do not see where Virgie was in the wrong. And if anybody is telling you that Virgie is in the wrong, you need to check them, because they're telling you what you want to hear. You have all these other content creators to go at. You could have came at me, girl. You could have came at KK. You could have came at Sophie. You could have came at Selfie. You could have came at all of us, but you didn't. You went for Virgie. Virgie doesn't have a platform. And the fact that you attacked her in Brooke's chat is where you fucked up at. And I'm going to tell you right now, Brooke, there is no way you didn't see what was going on in that damn chat. You were trying to ignore it, hoping that they would stop. There is no way you didn't see what was going on. I'm telling you. I mean, but she won't stop. And the minute somebody goes, oh, leave Kendra alone, that's when she thinks she has backup. Fuck the bullshit. Anyway, I'm gonna get out of here. I just had to come put my little cherry on top, and I just had to say what I had to say. But again, you're wrong. Get off the internet. Please, honestly, go get some help. Stop talking to AI. Stop, because they're gonna take get some serious help. Kendra, there's all kind of places you can get help at. And I know you're saying about, but if you please go talk to someone. There's free mental health clinics all over the place. You may not like them, but there are free mental health places all over the place. Where's Hazel Eyes? I talked to her yesterday. I talked to her yesterday. So I just want to say thank you all for coming. I'm sorry I didn't greet all of you individually. I really am. But I just wanted to come in and say, because I mean, I saw it. Um Please just, if this is getting to you, take a break. Get away from it. Yeah, where is your sis? Come back. Hey, she might be listening. um, but she's been doing a lot of traveling and stuff. But I spoke to her yesterday because we were laughing about daddy. Everybody, hi Cajun Brandy. Hi, sweetie. Everybody have a great evening. I will see you guys around, I'm sure, in some other chats. But again, if you haven't checked out Cindy or Bliss's lives they've done lately, please do. I agree with you, Heidi. She really does. Yeah, she really, really does. I'm serious, Virgie. I'm not just being funny. I'm serious. When I saw her yesterday, and I put that post because I want her to see herself. She needs to go and get help. Get offline. People telling you what you want to hear or agreeing with you or not telling you the truth is not helping you at all. Lori, darling, I'm so happy to see you in the chat. And Sophie was in the chat, because you are the same people. I didn't see Camden because Camden became you too. But again, you guys, Angela, oh, hold on a second. Hey, my buddy. Hello, Lightning. Lightning, are you there?
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. You might have some feedback because I don't have my headphones on, but I apologize.
No, I don't hear anything right now. What's going on?
Did you look at your email yet?
No, I'm on live.
You can't open an email and be live at the same time.
Well, my email is on my computer. I don't.
So, all right, I'll
Did you
tell you.
send me an email? Because I don't see it.
I did. I sent it to you when you dropped it in the chat there.
Oh, it hasn't come through yet. Hold on, let me refresh. Hold on. Um,
I can read it too. So I wanted to share
yeah,
some
read it to me. Yeah, because I don't have it. It didn't pop in.
good news with you.
Okay. Hi, my Drea.
Hello, everybody in the chat. Keith, what's up? So, after 10 years of fighting in Rhode Island courts on the statute of limitations for crimes against children, on June 6, 2026, and a margin of 66 yes and 4 no, a new law in Rhode Island passed, opening a 2-year revival window for survivors of childhood sexual abuse
Oh my God.
for 2 years, regardless of age of crime. It also closes a long held 70-year protection against entities being sued. The entities can also be sued in the 2-year window.
So St. Aloysius is open now, so you can go for them.
St. Aloysius closed last year,
Damn it.
but that's fine because St. Aloysius wasn't the entity. The Catholic diocese was.
Well, you know I'm Catholic, but go for them.
They're already talking to the lawyers about settlement.
I am so happy for you. I really am, Angelo. You've been fighting and fighting and fighting. And let me tell you what chapter I'm on your book. Matter of fact, is it a chapter? Because I have a bookmark here. Hold on a second. Let me make sure. Accountability and reform efforts within the church. That's where
Yeah,
I'm at right now.
it's a good one. And with this new pope, we have a better chance of getting that accountability.
Yep. So that's funny that you got this, and that's the chapter that I'm on.
Mm-hmm. Yep, it's called New Rhode Island Law Expands Victims' Rights to Sue. Rhode Island Governor Dan McEnany has signed a sweeping law that opens a 2-year revival window for survivors of childhood sexual abuse, including against the institutions and supervisors who failed to protect them. That means the Rhode Island State Department of Children, Youth, and Families. In connection to this law, before they voted, the district attorney.
I do see it. It says New Rhode Island Law. I was looking for your name.
Oh,
Damn it. I have it. I'm sorry. I have it. I
thank you,
was looking
Mayday.
for your name.
That's all right. So what it
Oh,
does before they voted on the law, the district attorney released a 330-page scathing report that shows for 70 years the state of Rhode Island and its elected officials, from the courthouses down to the social workers, have systemically covered up viable
abuse.
and
Yep.
reportable crimes of abuse against the church, and not just the church, the Boys and Girls Club, the Boy Scouts of America, the YMCA, St. Mary's. What's that, hon?
Oh my God, that is great news. I
Crimes
am
against
reading
children.
this.
But for 70 years, they also had a clause that prevented us from suing entities. And by entities, they mean like we couldn't sue the state, we couldn't sue DCYF, we couldn't sue the Catholic Church, couldn't do any of those things, even without a statute of limitations. So when we were pushing for this with our representatives, we were pushing for a removal of the entity clause. So they gave us only a 2-year window, but most of the people don't even need the 2 years because these organizations they've already set aside money, knowing that they were going to settle without it going to court. If
Congratulations.
they choose to. So yeah, I
I am
appreciate
so
it.
happy for you and your lawyers. They always okay. So they're talking about settlements and everything now. Angela, when I came in your chat a couple of weeks back, um, it was just something in me that needed to be in there. And right after that, I got the news about my uncle, and I was just like, "Damn!" I needed to be there, and your music is so soothing. I appreciate everything that you do.
Thank you. Yeah, that's the newest song I released, the 70 Years Too Late. That song is in reference to this law passing and the victims. And keep in mind, Heidi, when we started this 10 years ago, there were 400 of us. Today, there's only 117 of us.
Because their past are, okay.
Because they couldn't beat the darkness that was in them, unfortunately.
Yep.
And,
So a
I
lot
get
of them actually took their lives too, didn't they?
yes.
Yes. Yes. Yes. Oh my God. But that's chilling to know that I'm on that part of the book and you get that news.
Yep. And
Well done.
this took
Exactly,
us
Sister Taylor.
this took us voting people out of office. We had to get enough people that cared about justice and over money, basically, because that's what it came down. And the four people that voted against, one of them that voted against it, he's quoted as saying his children attend a church of a credibly accused pastor who abused children, and he voted against it.
Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of things in the news about these churches and stuff, and I said I was going to go live Sunday, and then I changed my mind about it, and but I really need to get back to doing that because these people's voices need to be heard.
Yes.
Okay, I just dropped the link, Stevie Lee, and I dropped it. Somebody else asked for your link to your channel, so I just dropped Viper's channel. But I am so happy for you guys, and I know this has been a fight that you guys have been doing, and you said you wouldn't give up. You said you were going to keep going, and I am so happy for you guys.
Oh,
And
if
hi,
I'm anything,
wifey. Look,
if
tell
I'm
your
anything,
wifey
I'm tenacious.
you are tenacious. Tell your wifey I said hi.
She's right here.
Hello.
Hi, sweetie. I know you're excited as well.
Yeah, I know. I just wish they could go to jail. It's not about money. I wish they could.
Yeah, it's not about the
locked
money.
away and stuff.
The
but-
lawyers told us the same thing. If we can't put them in jail, we're going to take every cent we can from them.
And the Catholic Church will be the diocese, they will be wanting to settle. Because, when the other Pope was, I'm sorry, he's gone now, but he was actually, taking them out of parishes and everything, but they still weren't going to jail. The one you really need to get is Father, I forgot his name, but he's deceased now. Because I remember his story. Hi, Ann.
Hey, Amanda. Grandbabies are great. Thank you for asking. The people
Yeah.
in chat.
Everything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the main one my husband wanted to get, he passed away
Yeah, he
from
passed.
COVID.
Yeah, he passed away.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
can't do, you know.
But
You
I'm
know,
happy for you guys. But take
What's sad is he was charged the last time he was charged from doing some research recently
was 1996.
was no 2019.
Oh, that's right. 2019.
2019.
His last victim.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
But
then he left the church, went and worked someplace else, and didn't tell them that he had been accused.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then ran off to Florida, where he died from COVID.
And do you know what's being used as a primary source of evidence?
What, your case?
The book. Because the book doesn't cover just my abuse; it covers systemic.
It covers
abuse.
a lot. Yes. I mean, I was reading it and I was getting chills. I had to put it down for a second. I'm like, oh no, I was getting chills. I was getting chills just reading this. But I am so happy for you guys. And if you guys don't have Angelo's book, it's Surviving St. Aloysius' Home. That's the first book.
Yes.
That's the one that I have. And it's a great read. I mean, I hate to say it that way, but it puts you like you're right there at I don't know if you guys read Anne Rice or Anne Rule, but the Telltale's Tales. When I read that, I felt that I was walking right along with them. And Angelo, that's how I feel reading your book.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
I really, really do.
The home itself, I realized just recently, it
They
wasn't
just
called St. Aloysius.
It was called something home.
It was a home for girls that they moved from Warwick to that facility, which was open for a few years. People paid thousands of dollars to have their girls, teenage troubled girls, sent there for the education.
Yes, and that's a friend of mine actually went to one of those schools in New York, and they just had a big lawsuit, and some of them went to jail as well. So
is that the one that had the Netflix special?
Yes, she went to that school.
Yeah, I watched that. That was horrible.
Yeah,
that
she
girl
went
was
to
a
that
fighter though.
school.
The girl in that video, she was compiling boxes and boxes of
Well,
files.
there is a lady on TikTok. Her name is My Favorite Villain. She helped a lot of those girls to get to the trial and everything that was going on. But my friend actually went to that school, and she is she one of her friends are really good friends with Paris Hilton because she was at one of those schools as well. Heidi, ask him if his book name is on his channel.
It is.
Yes.
It's under store.
Yeah, it's under his store. It's a good read. He has two books. I have the first one. I haven't gotten the second one yet, but it is a good read. And it makes you see what was going on. And like when I'm telling you, when the Catholic Church was all of these lawsuits were coming out, especially for the Boy Scouts of America as well. My mom retired from the Boy Scouts of America, and they started changing their policies around that time.
And their name.
Yes, so it was just but like people have this stigma about gay people. Just because somebody is gay doesn't mean that they're pedos. You know what I mean? There's a stigma there, and there
Yes,
should
I
not be
100%
one.
agree.
Because if you look at most pedos, they're married men with their own kids. I've followed these stations on Instagram and YouTube where you got these predators with kids around the ages of the 13 and 14-year-olds they're trying to meet. And most of these men are trying to meet young men.
Yep.
So I hate that stigma because I remember I had really close friends in which we still talk. I remember I went out one night and they babysitted Nathan. He was like 10. And they're, at that time they couldn't get married. They were like, oh my God, you actually left me. I said, are you fucking kidding me? Are you kidding me? No, just because someone is gay doesn't make them a pedo. Most pedos are straight men. And women too, not just men, women too.
Yep.
So,
anyways,
I just don't like that stigma. Exactly. Look at the Duggars, the Duggars, the Duggars.
St. Aloysius is closed now, and it's under the management of the town. And I contacted them earlier this week to see if the victims could have a walkthrough of the property now that it's empty, so that we can close a final chapter in our lives. And they were.
You need to record that. Record it if you can go.
He said we can record it, we can live stream it. They'll answer questions that they can answer while we're on the tour. But it's kind of like our final chapter closing on a very dark, dangerous, and disgusting.
Yeah, but I don't know. How would you close something like that? It's like when you're okay. It's like when someone is hard or murdered, and they want closure. You're never going to get closure.
As much as he tries to talk about it, it's something he's going to live, and no amount of money or even anything is going to.
Oh, the money's going to help us help other.
Right, but I mean, it's not going to erase what was done.
No.
But the one thing that has helped is fighting and talking about it, and if we can help advocate, because there are still a lot of schools in Rhode Island that are still open, that are run by the Catholic Society, and at least one of them is one of the schools that has survivors that went to that school, is still open and running an all-girls school.
Yep.
See, that's what, and I tell people all the time, and they think I'm being rude when they say, oh, well, I'll just talk to the people at my church, or no, don't trust these people in the church. I'm sorry. No, don't trust these people.
We got to take We got to hit them where they're most protective, which is
Well, I'm just telling you,
they're protective
after
of their
you get
assets.
look, after you get your settlement, don't forget we have the Church of Everlasting Fulfillment over here that you have to pay your dues to. Not just joking.
Our goal is to go state to state to try to convince them the same way we convince Rhode Island to
For the ones that don't have
for
it.
the ones who don't have justice to remove the statute of limitations, even if it's for a couple of years. Give
Yep.
these people a fighting chance to
Yep.
have their voices heard, because ultimately it's about the victims having a place where they can voice what's happened to them and let a jury decide um, the validity of the story that they put forth. Yeah, because a lot of these people are dead, and I get that, but you know, to write a whole book about it, to still have these memories 44 years later, that's
Yep.
a compelling argument to even
And
destroy.
Angela, I haven't been in Rhode Island in about maybe 20 years. I have family in Providence and I love that area because they remind me of old New Orleans, around bourbon and all of that with the cobble stuff. But I haven't been there in years and had no idea about this stuff about St. Aloysius until you brought it to my attention.
Yeah.
No, but I knew about the priest, I knew about the father, but I didn't know all of this happened there.
Yeah, St. Mary's is another one in
St. Mary's
Providence.
was the sister to St.
Yeah,
Aloysius.
don't say St. Mary. Oh my God, because
Yeah, I didn't realize until recently, and I was kind of blown away, is that these insurance companies,
Oh yeah,
they have
Yep.
insurance companies
Hold on.
that cover you for this.
they have
Yep.
insurance for churches for sexual abuse and molestation. It's called SAM insurance.
I
Let
didn't
that
know that because yeah,
let that
because the mother house in Louisiana for the nuns is St. Mary's. It's the mother house for all the nuns, for the Jesuit nuns. But now it's open to all, because they got different branches, but that's the name of it. It's St. Mary's.
Yes, Amanda. Some of them become drug addicts. Some of them become criminals. Some of them become predators. Which is why when I say we started with 477 of us, and we're left with 117.
106, 100.
And who
Damn.
knows, there may be more that will come out now because not everybody's wanting
In the
to talk
class
about
in the
it.
class action, there's only 7 of us. Seven of us, because there's still so many that don't want to talk about it. They don't want to deal with it, and they want nothing to do with it. So I mean, it's like,
But it's a big process
Yeah.
because it took my husband many years to talk about it openly to even me.
And Angelo, for everything that you've gone through, from what I've read, and to be the person that you are today, is shocking. To be
well,
honest.
it depends on
Who you
yeah. Most people online have had to deal with me, see me as an asshole, a vile human being, and I am to an extent, because I don't think that when we're fighting online, I don't see male, female, young, old. I see you're either a good person or you're not a good person, and if you're not a good person, I'm going to go to your level and your sewer and fight you as dirty as you're fighting people online. And some people don't like that, and I get it. And I've tried to change over the years how I do things, but for the most part, the predators on this platform don't care about rules. They don't care about obligations. They don't care about children. They don't care about families. They don't care about nothing, because they're predators. They eat, sleep, and shit pain towards others. And the only responses that they respond to are the like-minded responses back. Unfortunately, what I've learned over years is that dulls the argument, and that's exactly what the predators want. They want you to lose your argument and become as vile and disgusting as they are. And unfortunately, I've given in to a couple of those over the years. Now I'm looking at it differently, and I'm trying to do things differently.
Well, that says a lot because we were talking about change behavior. And, You see what you need to do, what you need to change, and you're working on it. Some people don't recognize that they need to have changed behavior.
Yep.
And you are a walking testimony, a testament to that.
But before you go off, I wanted to know if I could play the victory song for you guys.
Yes, drop it in the chat so I can play it.
It's called 70 Years Too Late.
Hold on. 70, wait a minute. 2 weeks
Okay,
ago? Is that the one from 2 weeks ago?
It's from 6 days
Hold
ago.
on.
I just dropped
Wait a
the link.
minute. Videos. Is there a video to go with it?
Yep.
70 years too late. I have it. Hold on. Hold on. Let me put it on. Guys, I'm going to go out on Angelo's song. Hold on a second, Angelo. I'm going to play Angelo's song, and then we're going to go out. And I want to say thank you all for being here. I appreciate it. I appreciate the fact that you guys are able to respect each other's opinions in the chat, and not to have all of that stuff that that goes on sometimes. So Angelo, thank you.
Never stop fighting. Any of you. Don't ever stop fighting. It's worth it.
Let me share this with you guys real quick. Well, not real quick. Let me give Angelo his props, and I will see you guys soon. I promise I will be back. Here we go.
For 70 years the silence echoed.
And this is Angelo. He wrote this song,
Through
guys.
church halls, classrooms, and broken homes.
Oh, damn, I got chills.
Children carried secrets into old age, while predators walked free and unknown. But the tide is turning now. The truth is finally at the door, and the voices buried by fear and shame will be buried no more. They told us to stay quiet. They told us not to speak. They said no one would believe us, that justice was too weak. So generations carried scars hidden underneath their skin, trying to survive the memories of where the nightmare did begin. 70 years too late, but the truth still stands today. You can hide the evidence, but you can't wash the pain away. 70 years too late, but the walls are starting to fall, and every child who suffered deserves justice after all. Some wore collars, some wore titles, some wore masks of trust and grace, while children learn that monsters can wear the kindest face. Files vanished into shadows, warnings buried deep inside, and those who should have protected too often chose to hide. The victims grew up carrying burdens, the kind no child should know. Some spent decades fighting darkness, some never got to grow. Yet through every year of silence, through every sleepless night, a spark No verdict changes what was done, but accountability matters when the reckoning has begun. Because every hidden predator, every cover-up and lie must answer to the truth eventually, no matter how much time goes by. For every child still suffering, for every voice afraid to speak, for every survivor finding courage, for every heart that's grown weak, this fight was never just for yesterday, it's for tomorrow's child as well. To build a world where predators fear justice and children never fear themselves. 70 years too late, but the truth still stands today. You can hide the evidence, but you can't wash the pain away. 70 years too late, but the walls are starting to fall, and every child who suffered deserves justice after all. Justice after all. Justice after all. Justice after all.
Oh my goodness.
The silence is breaking, the truth is rising, the survivors are standing, and history is watching. For those who waited decades to be heard, for those who never stopped believing, for those who carried the weight of childhood into old age, the day is coming, and justice remembers.
Damn, Angelo. Thank you. I have chills. Guys, please check out Angelo's channel. Oh my God. I am so happy for you. I really am. And thank you guys. You guys are just, I am
Thank
so
you.
happy. And I don't know if you were watching the comments about your song in the chat.
I was.
It's amazing. It hits, it does hit hard. And the fact that they're using that that law based off of your book is a feat within itself, and you should be very proud of yourself and everyone that stood tall with you and that fought with you to get this done. You guys deserve everything that you have coming to you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And thank you to your chat for being so accommodating. I know it's a change of the subject from what you were talking about.
But it's okay because we were getting ready to end, and I was I was checking my thing to see if you actually had responded, because I wanted your email address so I can send it to you. But I'm glad that you came in, and I will see you guys soon. Everybody have a great evening, and thank you for staying and listening to Angelo. Angelo, I appreciate you, sweetie. And Keith, it was so nice to see you. I
I
will
love
see.
Keith. Keith has always been supportive of
Yeah, but
everything.
he hasn't been live lately unless he's changed the name of his channel again.
Well, we're gonna have to poke at him until he goes live.
Well, I want to
Okay.
thank you, Heidi, for allowing my husband to come up there and be
Yes, you've been
supportive.
so-
He knows he's welcome
You're
anytime.
so supportive, Heidi. It's greatly appreciated.
You know you're welcome up here anytime. You know that. Whenever I'm live, you got something you want to talk about, all you got to ask me for is the link and I'll drop it.
Awesome. You all have a great night.
Yep.
Much
And
love.
you know what? Hold on before we go. Mayday is a right. She said, actually, it's on point. It was about accountability, and she is so right on that.
Yes. Oh, and the news we got from the Pope, the new Pope, by the way, is that any priest that's there's a difference
Credibly
between
accused.
yes, there's a difference between accused and
Incredibly.
credibly.
Yep.
Credibly means that there has been sufficient evidence presented to prove, at least in the eyes of the law, that a crime had been committed. So the Pope has issued new decrees to the bishops and to the cardinals which is any priest that's credibly accused is immediately ostrated from the church
Yep.
and no longer supported financially moving
Yep.
forward. That
Because
started,
before they would just move them from parish to parish or put them someplace and they're not, but they were still taking care of them or
and they would
paying them.
legally defend
Yep.
them.
Yep,
And
they
they would
would.
legally defend. Now that is no longer happening, and that's as of this year.
But
That
it's
is
just
great
many,
news. And
many
they should have
people
done
fighting
that years ago.
Yes, I
Years
agree.
ago.
Because what was
But
happening is these priests would be moved, no accountability would happen,
yep.
and then they would hurt more
and
children.
the new churches and the new places wouldn't be notified why they were moved.
Nope, they wouldn't. They would
And
just
then
be
they would
there
have
one day. The next time you see them, they're, they've moved them to another parish. It could be the next town over. It could
Yep.
be another state, but that's what they were doing,
Yep.
especially in Boston and Louisiana.
Yep.
I know they were doing it in Connecticut as well. I'm not too sure, but Texas, but they were moving them from parish to parish. So,
Yeah,
yes.
Father Porter was 16 different parishes and 16 different places of abuse. Father McIntyre, 9 different parishes, 9 different places of abuse.
Yep, and all they do is just pick them up and move them, and they'll put them in a program, and then once they complete the program, they put them back in a parish, and they'll do the same thing all over again. They can't help themselves. That
right.
is,
They're not fixable. They're not. People
yep,
think
they're not
can,
fixable.
they
That's
can
why I
fix
say if they're credibly accused, you kill a child, you do something, you need to be put down like the dog you are. You
Ooh,
abuse a child, kill a child. That's the way I feel about it.
But
But
it's many people who fought this besides my husband. There's a lot of people who've been fighting this for years that, even came out and talked about it before my husband could even decide to even talk about it.
But stay tuned because either July or August, I will be doing a walkthrough of St. Aloysius' home.
tag me and or just send me a message.
You're going to be on the channel with me. What are you talking about?
Okay. I'll be happy to be there.
Well, I will let you. What do you call it? What is it called? Restream when you're streaming the same thing.
I'll restream. Yes.
That way, if you get questions and you're on the panel with me, you can tell me if there's questions in the chat. But we're going to tour.
Oh, that'll work. Oh,
we're going to tour the
great.
Y unit where I started. I'm going to show you the room I was in, how we escaped when we ran away, and how we were brought back. I'm going to show you the well where the
to see if the well is still there.
The son took us and said that they would kill us if we talked again.
Oh my God, Angelo!
Yeah, they let us. They're going to let us for the entire
that. Okay, I hope the well is still there because we want to see it all.
It was abandoned, so I don't know why they would have removed it because
for evidence.
Oh well, yeah.
Like they tried to burn the house down before he went to Florida to get rid of some of the evidence, but he wasn't able to get rid of all the evidence. So there's video footage of him being.
There's video footage of us being abused by Father McIntyre when his house was searched.
So they know that there's no doubt that he abused.
Oh my God!
The evidence is extremely strong, which is why I think the church is already like talking. At least with the 7 of us, they're talking settlements.
Yeah.
Well, as soon as you let me know, I will do that. If I have any plans that day, trust and believe me, they will be canceled. I will be there. Trust
I'm trying to set it up for either late July or early August because it's a bit of a drive to head over to Rhode Island. We're gonna have to go up in a hotel for the night or two. It's probably a very hard stream. You will probably see a man crying, unfortunately, but it's tears of victory.
It's tears of joy. Well, not joy, but it's just a reminiscing on what happened and the fact that you were able to escape and become the person that you are now. So, yeah, so that's what it'll be. But at least you'll be showing your real emotions. So, and
thank you
I
so
will
much.
be there with you. No problem. And you guys have a great night, and I will see you all later. Good night, everybody. Bye.